see you standing alone under the Rockefeller tree. You're shining brighter than the lights, and it's almost Christmas Eve. Do I reach out again, or just leave you all alone? Do I ask if you are okay, or lose my chance at love? I will give you my heart, everything that you'll ever need. I wish you'd spend your Christmas with me. I wish you'd spend your Christmas with me. If you've ever known how Christmas is meant to be, and as the snow starts to fall, this could be the love that you need. Can I show you what you need?
Hello. Oh, the mic's over here. Hello, take two. Mic check. Mic looks okay. We're in the yellow. Should be pretty good. No mic. None of that. None of that. You have no idea how much I fight with this thing. You think it's funny, and I'm like about to break it. Break my monitor. All right. Who would like a game review? The amount of fights I have had with OBS and Twitch over the years, like, it and I have a history. Okay, does anyone have a game they would like reviewed? Oh, where's my message of the day? Oh, there it is. Open reviews. Nice. Oh, unfortunate. I've streamed 200 hours, or you have watched 200 hours? Dang. Stalker. I was like, is that low? Have I only streamed 200 hours? How do I see how much I've watched? Twitch recap. Oh, that thing that kept popping up? Hold on. This is just the analytics of my latest stream. Oh, where'd it go? I closed it and now I don't know where it went. Under my profile. Let's see. Channel and videos, notifications, connections, blah, blah, blah. What if I go to my email? I think I got an email about it too. That's stream summary. Twitch recap, there we go. Your year, well played, Clausius. Choose your recap. Press start. Hold on, I'll do this over here. How you guys can see what the crap I'm looking at. I thought it would just be a number or something simple. Okay. Hours watched. 5.6 thousand hours of my life. Total streams 95. Categories 2. Clips made 50. There's a random goat. $26,000 chat sent. Top 2 categories. I'm in the top 10% of Go, you guys. Whoop, pushing those big numbers. Got the dogs. This clip stole the spotlight. My loudest fans. How is it? Is this in any particular order? You two are my loudest. Stream a recap. Okay, so where's the start? Press start. Well, that's stupid. You said click on creator. That did nothing. It just scrolled me down. Alright. This doesn't tell me how many hours I've streamed, though. Boo. On my dashboard. Well, yeah, but I don't know where. I don't look at it. Okay, where's my analytics? Time streamed. Start date. January 1st. Update. 260 hours this year. I just did. I just literally did that. It's not my fault you're late. Hold on, I gotta pull it back up. Okay, press start. Hey, I'm in the top 10% of Go. Crap, let me display capture. Thank you, Levy. Toot, 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 toot. Bats loudest fan with was Caps. Actually, is Bats one of my people? He likes to tip $1 a lot. Ha! Gotta tip more, man. Not even on my leaderboard. I say that and I don't even watch his streams. Oh man. I'll tune in. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. I watch clips of Bat stream, but I don't watch the stream itself. I'm also like, the only time I'm not working basically is when I'm eating. So I don't really have the luxury of like watching other people's streams. Kara's on my leaderboard. Loudest fans. Wait, how did Amaranth's move? Is it just random?
If it's loudest, that's...
Yeah, just random order, I guess.
Is that just,
Raid sent 59, 41. All kinds of co-op. I totally played co-op. 379 new followers, new subscribers, gifted subscriptions. So Amaranths. This is almost exclusively Amaranths. Alright. You know, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. As long as I don't look at Bats stats, I feel pretty good. I just don't want to look at Bats. You know, where's your website, Bats? Where's your Sebago Dragon? No, I don't want to look at yours. That'll make me feel bad. I know yours is like 10 times better than mine. Well, yeah, you know, shush. Love you too. Okay. I like how it doesn't even have the decimals. That's the difference. Oh, man. Baldur's Gate, traitor. You're in the top 10% of Starfield? That's cool. Total streams, 249. Do you just stay live longer than I do? That's a huge difference. Oh, how much you watch Twitch. How long were we live? I definitely could have gone live more, but I also feel like I've been doing many other things. For better or for worse. For better or for worse. I really need to stream more, though. Okay, it's not 10 times. It's only like 5 times. Not bad. Ooh, new subscribers. I'm almost caught up. Like, what? Yeah, because you don't get new people. You only get the same people that are subscribed. Technically speaking. So I found the new people. I'm almost caught up. 10 times a viewer, and I'm still, my luck is great. We're not going to talk about the, I know. We're not going to talk about the fact that if you have no one, of course your new is going to be bigger. Thank you for the follow, Helios.
The Helios virus is now following.
Chat sent. Yeah, I don't watch Twitch enough. Luck? Is there a luck one? How many days a week do you stream?
Is it for your most popular emotes? Does it count ones that you had and then got rid of?
Yeah, that's why I got rid of them. The emotes are all the dog now. That's why I got rid of all the old ones. They weren't being used, like, at all. And so these passed in a week. They passed my most popular emotes.
Well, I'm spitting crap at the dancing doggo. I think so has Amber.
Yeah, and Cthulhu. 4 to 5 days a week. Daggum. Honestly, this could be worse. I feel like this could be worse. I don't hate these numbers. I feel like they're well-deserved. I feel like they're well-deserved. For better or for worse, I feel like they're well-deserved, so I don't really hate these numbers. If we're talking just Twitch exclusively, I think I deserve this. Twitch was a priority, but not the highest priority. For better or for worse. Yeah, I need to be better about that, though. It's really hard to balance so many different things, you know? I'm really bad at prioritizing. I try to do like 5-6 things at once. Wait, are you serious? How you've streamed more than I have? Dadgum, dude. Hours watch is how much you watch others, right? I really like Bad News. I think it's really cool. I also am really liking Samego Dragon. Speaking of, Samego Dragon's gonna go out of beta soon. Last chance of the beta. Alright, does anyone have a game? Oh yeah, I saw that, Cthulhu. I saw that. Kara, hey Kara, I passed you again. She and I are going back and forth lately. Yeah, this is... You gotta fight for this now. Hello, the Tamisas. You gotta fight to be in these top 10 lately. We're only 11 days in, and we're at like 1,300 Go problems. I'm at like 1,300 Go problems. Like, holy crap. Honestly, what's even more impressive is that you're not a subscriber and you've done 400. That's some dedication. Oh, you both have the blue flame. That's nice. I don't know if you guys saw, Oh, really? Wow. Dedicated, man. It's cool. I don't know if you guys watched Kara's stream, but this guy's little rock is Potato. He calls his rock Potato. not gonna lie, when I'm designing these dragons and backgrounds and stuff, I'm totally thinking about what my wife would like and taking that into account when designing them. It's like, what would Kara gush about? That is the dragons that we need. Have you checked out the challenge mode? I just released that yesterday. That may have taken me 12 hours of coding yesterday. I think it was 12. I think it was like 12 hours of coding. There's 102 captures, so yeah, I think so. Some stuff was just in the wrong spot. Total, there's 2,700 problems. There was a lot of problems that got marked as 7 stars or 8 stars that were like beginner, that I had to like track down, and like I went through the database, like almost like 140 entries. I had to go one by one and put them back. And I'm currently, me and a couple others are going through like the problems and finding all the ones that are just misplaced or labeled correctly and putting them in the right spot. And then we also have to find any broken branches. So that's why I'm at like 1,000 problems, because I'm constantly just doing these, trying to fix branches and make sure they're in the right spot and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this beginner tab is what I really care about. This is actually, Kara did the other half of these. I had it at like 50 and she did the other 50. So we got capture up to 100. Net was going to go to 100, but I ran out. So I think that's going to stay right there. Next up is ladder. And right now I'm trying to get all these beginner ones to have a good amount. Because I think we have a lot of problems throughout. But once we get the beginners to a good amount, then I'm going to focus on the single digit queues and then work my way up the ranks until we have just thousands per section of ranks, I guess. We have so much life and death. Life and death combined is like 900 problems. Okay, cool. No, you're fine. You're fine. I just asked that you don't, you just get one per stream. But yeah, I don't mind doing it multiple times. Ooh, oh no, I think they, went out. Is someone doing it right now? Go to this tab. And I need to hide the display capture. Yeah, there's a lot of life and death problems.
Review started.
Dude, you are like two different people to me, okay? There's Good Noodle, and then there's Jim. Okay, in my mind, these are two different people. Because usernames they work that way. Because I when I see you on Twitch, I don't look at Jimmy, I look at Good Noodle, because it's a better, funnier name. So on here, I'm like, oh, Jim, yeah, I've seen that person. But I just don't link you together in my brain for some reason. Yep, very nice. Nice. You're handling this quite well. I would go here. There's two reasons for this. One, when you're taking this third line cut into account, you don't want to lose that stone, but if you go this way, then there's a cutting point. So you can fix that immediately. And you're also taking white's eye space. So when you do this, that cut activates again, but if you go here, and then you go up, like this, you actually have a little bit better eye space. But it's still not great, huh? So, okay, so you have to fix. But it just looks a little bit better by taking white's ice base and you fix everything. But technically, this cutting point works. Also, don't forget when you are trying to go for the surround, here you're looking at profit. But if you have a weak group, you want to think defense and Sente, not profit. Because defense and Sente is profit. So for me, I want to see like this attack. If there wasn't a weakness over here, I would want to be defending myself in Sente. Like get this strong and then maybe come back and target this like here or here. That way, once I can't be attacked, I can go make big stuff and you can't stop me, right? But if I have a weak group while trying to make stuff, then you can counterattack and make something to cancel out the profit. This is pretty nice profit, though. So just keep that in mind when you're making a decision like this. You have to balance the counterattack. And it's a delicate balance. Most of the time, it's defense first, though. This one's pretty tempting, though. Yeah, the star point's hard to kill. This feels greedy. It's not impossible. So maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like if you're just alive and you have all of that, I think I'd be happy. But okay, we'll see how it goes. Yep, good. Ew. Wait, no, fix. That's really good for you. That's really, really good for you. No cutting points. This is fancy, but you don't need it because there's already a stone right here for white. So you get thickness, but I don't need it that way. And you could have gotten this anyway. And you lost your corner ice space. Where if you go here, you still have your ice space in the corner. So yes, you are correct. You can squeeze this, but the profit from that, like you squeeze it, you get thickness. But what is the thickness going to do right here? There's already stones canceling it out. So you don't need thickness there, you need a base. What are we doing? We're playing defense? Okay. You are all over the place. It's pretty cool. However, this is really fast. But you gotta be 6Q for some reason. Because this isn't exactly 6Q opening. But if we're 6Q, we've got to be doing something wrong. And my suspicion, my guess, it's going to have something to do with leaving weak groups laying around. We'll see how accurate that guess is. This one's too close to thickness. Here, I'll honestly just go here. Like, white doesn't really care about that. But if you go here, white invades to destroy this stuff, then this is a little awkward. So this would make more sense if we needed to cancel something, but right now I think you're fine. Probably just here is the easiest. I'm sorry. This is the way to take the base. This feels like you're trying to get this cash. But if you recall up here, you didn't block this, you attacked and gained profit. Right? And you got this from going for the surround. So if you apply the same logic, then technically you should be trying to surround this stone to cash out. This feels very awkward to me. There's still a lot of Aji in here. If you wanted the territory, then why play the 2 space high? Play the 1 space low. What about extending down the C2? C2. This you can do whenever. Like, the AI says you can do this at any point, as long as there's nothing urgent. Then play F3, F2. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. I'm not saying you can't defend this. I'm saying, why would you want to? Defense is not profitable. It just prevents. Right? Defense doesn't make anything. It just prevents something. So why would you want to play defense here? I would just make something. There's nothing to really prevent right here. If I go here, 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 2 weak groups. I honestly don't know. I would have to sit here for a few minutes. Diagonal. You have a knight. If you go to a knight into a knight, that's a lot of Aji to get cut. Yeah. 2 cutting. So it's like a 2 space into a 2 space, right? There 2 space has Aji to get cut, but 2 space into a 2 space has a lot of Aji to get cut. So a knight's move into a knight's move, you're gonna have a lot of Aji to get cut. Now, normally this is okay, but because these 2 stones only have 3 liberties, and 3 liberties or less are where Tesujis are found, you're kind of setting yourself up for a Tesuji. Instead, just play a diagonal right here, because you don't really have the liberties to be like super strong and surrounding. So you have to play like super light from strong shapes. You can play speedy from strong, but if you have a lot of loose connections and low liberties, you want to play a little bit stronger shape. Everything here looks good. I'm just nervous about these 2 stones. But overall, if you can get to this star point right here, I really like the result. If you here, if you die, I guess it doesn't matter if they connect. That's assuming there's a connection, so yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm assuming you read something, so let's figure it out. There, or let's just go here. Here. What do you read? Did you read blocking? I think you had to have read blocking. So you don't need this move. The whole point of this is if he plays here, you play here, right? So this is already yours. So this move is only worth 3 points. Sticks if it's Sentai for white. Instead, go here. So this one's slow. All right, we are past move 70. Let's see how the quality drops. Here, just cash out. It's fine. You got thickness and stuff, just cash out. Yep, that's the problem. Why get cut? Do you think connections are heavy? Something being heavy is like lots of stones, no eyes, and getting attacked and getting surrounded. No profit, right? But this is counterattacking. So this is, you could call it heavy, but it's also surrounding white. So I would call it a little bit strong because it's not cuttable. Has lots of liberties. You're never going to lose a capture race. Okay. If I go here, and then 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 here, into here, into here. So this looks like a blind spot. Because over here, you didn't see this Nobi or whatever, right? You didn't see the Nobi. And then here you didn't see this. So this is very similar. So 2 cuts, 2 cuts. So I think you need practice reading out these cutting points. It's definitely difficult though. But your 6Q going on 4Q, 6Q, 5Q, 4Q. To get down, we have to read these cutting points. So 6Q maybe would struggle. But if you can learn this, then you'll increase your fighting to, let's say, 4Q or 3Q. Because there's a huge difference between keeping this surrounded versus not keeping it surrounded. If I'm not keeping it surrounded, I would just fix my cutting point. Yeah, this is unplayable. If that was the case, I think I would go here or something. You can't get to that result, basically. You can't let yourself get to that result. Maybe squeeze and then cap or something. I don't know. You got to do something else. But you can't just not block here. That's a big problem. It's definitely easier said than done. It's definitely easier said than done. But yeah, if you can improve your reading to be able to read those cutting points, I think that would make you a little bit stronger with that type of surrounding fight. So this is the way this is working is when you're playing Knight's moves to surround, you are getting pushed, and sometimes, how do I explain this? When you're playing Knight's moves to surround, this is easier on the left, or on the right, sorry. Got my wife's directions. This is a knight into a knight, so very commonly you will have these cutting points. Don't you glare at me, you know I'm right. Look, when I ask you where the left turn is, you flip a coin. Okay, you too. So when you go here, you have the double Hane shape, right? But in some circumstances with this particular push through shape, you can Nobi back. The cost of this is you have 3 cutting points instead of 2 cutting points. Sword side, shield side. Ooh. Ooh. Kara. Cthulhu said sword side, shield side, fixed where the left is. Left is the shield. Nice. I bet you that'll work. Go shield direction. Go shield. Go shield. Hello. So 2 cuts, 3 cuts, but sometimes 3 cuts, that extra liberty helps. So just keep in mind that that is an option. And to improve the reading of these types of shapes, I would say cut go problems and squeeze go problems. Those should help with that. But I think this is a blind spot in your game, is this particular 3 cut shape. Because most of the time it's bad, right? Most of the time it's not good. You're profiting quite well, though. Between the bottom right and the left, your profit is doing really well. Don't try to... Okay, so you're getting a lot of profit, but I'm noticing you keep trying to kill stuff. Just cash out. Once you have it and you got a target, cash out from the attack. So you don't get territory in Gote, but you do get territory in Sente. So you're setting up a framework to attack with, but when you attack, you gain profit, which you did with this thickness, but now you already have it, cash out. So you already have control of the left, cash out. You can't get more control of the left. You already have control of the left. So that's the difference. Yeah, see how it looked really good for you, but now you barely got any cash for it. So getting that cash is going to be how you make this even stronger. Wait. I think I misread this Life and Death. Yeah. So what I'm assuming.
Ntwapa 16 is now
I'm
following.
sorry. How did you say that? What? NT. Thank you for the follow. Twa. Nwa. Okay, you need vowels in your name, dude. Get vowels. Okay. I'm assuming you were looking at something here. Yeah, definitely scary. Vowels are expensive. That was a good comeback. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was funny. That was a good one. Very nice. Could you have surrounded this first? I think so, because this Nobi is Sente. And look, I want you to notice every single fight that White has to defend themselves, they've gotten like no territory, no cash. There is a mistake over here, so it's a little more cash than you would like, but you still, compared to what Black gets. Now over here, it's not as much, but you can see that you're controlling the game. Up top, it's even-ish. It's a little more in White's favor, but you got the influence. So you can see in the fights, you are clearly having the advantage in this game. So it's just a matter of making that profitable and then running away with that lead. You're really nervous with your cutting points. I think that's also why you played here, right? Is it because of the cutting points? So, on the one hand, cutting points. Probably the most important thing to keep track of in the fights. On the other hand, if you can read them really well, you have to defend them less. Because if you already know how the cut is okay, then you don't have to defend the cut, right? If you know it's a net or a ladder, or you can't be captured or anything, then you can continue with this round because you know you can't die. So in this case, your instincts are correct, but you just got to push your reading. Got to push that reading to the next level. Wait. Why? Isn't this Sente? No, I guess everything's alive. Even if you cut it, everything's alive. Okay. This one I think is slow. Wait, if it was Sente, it's not slow. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't realize it was Sente. My bad. How dare I doubt the Jim the cat. Okay, endgame's looking pretty good. So you should be able to bring this home with a victory. This is not good. You can... white can make this eye over here, right? So as soon as you play here, white's just gonna make life if you can take it away. So make white be the one to fill the inside. If you can't kill it, then don't lose points. So here you lose -1, but you gain 1. Beats me. Maybe you gain like 1 point. I don't know. Math is hard. This one I think could have been yours. Does it still work? Nope. So yeah, you should have gotten this move first. At some point you could have gotten this move. And then when white does that, you just back off. Because the 1 for 2 is better to be on the inside than the outside. You were really nervous about these cutting points. There's that, but let's see, even if there wasn't, this is a net. Yeah, you're too paranoid about the cutting points. It's good to like be cautious, but let's read, not be paranoid. I would say that's probably one of the keys to improving your aim. This is bad reading. You rushed that. So this one is just bad. What? Yeah. That'll, okay. Gotta look for more than 1 second. Yes, whatever. Doesn't matter. Ah, don't do this. This one's a co-threat. Don't get rid of your co-threats. This is always going to be yours. This is 0 points. I think you're looking for this move. Otherwise, get the point? Question mark. That is Dame. Don't rush the last bit of the game. Even if you're ahead, like, this is where Goose Tsujis happen. It looks like you're rushing the endgame. Like this last little bit. Yeah, you're just instantly respawning, it looks like. And you're getting a lot of Dame moves. Another one right here. Yeah. I think you've lost at least 5 points from trying to finish the game too quickly. Okay, you should still win, question mark. White plus 10? Wow, unexpected. Okay, so there's a lot right there. Okay, you lost at least 5 points from just trying to rush the finish. I would say not profiting on the left. Probably a big one. Man, how does white have as much as this corner? Is that really that big? Yeah, the left and the endgame. I think you lost quite a bit in the endgame. Where's the enable? Give me the graph. Oh, you're not freaking subscribed. I can't see the graph. There we go. Got my graph. Yeah, you're up by 30 right here. Okay, but I'm assuming it thought white was dead. Okay, so it's even now? Where was white dead? So overall, your in game is fine up until you rush it. Like, look at this last little bit right here. This is what I mean. Right around this part of the game, right? You just start playing a lot of Dame randomly. Wait, what did I miss? Hold on, what did I miss? 25.5? What am I missing? Where's the goose to Suji? What am I missing? AE 10 E. G8. Oh, there it is. Fletch. Nice. Yeah, this is why we don't rush. This is why we don't rush. Got the goose to Suji. Ah. Whoops. Do not rush Dame. How you instant lose at the end. I've lost way too many games, including tournament games, because of that. You need to learn the pain of the goose. By the way, I think, yeah, okay, so it's not 5. You lost, like, 2. I'm sorry. You lost 2 points, but I swear it was more than that. Yeah, everything looks good in your favor up until the left, where you lost the profit. So here, if you just cash out, assuming you don't die. Somehow, I don't know. Assuming you don't die, then if you estimate the score, black it by 10. Okay, so let's not worry about what AI says, because AI can play it perfectly. What is the score? Here, this should be even. Black 0.2 okay. And then if we go at the end, so you did lose 10 points in that game. Okay, at the very least, your in-game can improve 10 points, but that's really easier said than done. But you can probably improve at 5 at the very last 30 moves, where you try to just rush the end. And then just the lesson that you learned on the left. Because you were controlling the game. Like, you controlled the result. Yep. Hopefully you found that helpful. Okay. Who's next? Haha, get on my lap. Three people went 9-1. 6-4. 3-7. I'm sorry. Who would like a game review? Or if someone has any questions. Also, shoutouts to the lessons. I am seeking students. If you are interested in getting lessons, please check it out. Oh, I need to pin this. Yeah, I am seeking students, so if you're interested in getting lessons. And then, of course, shout out to Samego Dragon, if you want to do Go problems. You don't even have to, like, become... of course, I want you to become a subscriber, but you can also do, like, 20 problems an hour for free. which is a lot more than many people do. Just saying. You can even get on the leaderboard. But of course, you want to support. It is appreciated. It is the last bit to get on the beta, though. Yeah, Cthulhu, you're in the top 10. Crazy. The beta will be closing soon. I'm not sure exactly how soon. But I will be going to the beta. Or going to, sorry, not out of the beta, to the live version technically. But basically just the live pricing, and then I'm going to get rid of this little beta icon. And then really focus on like cleaning everything up. Making sure all the problems are good, just keep uploading problems and blah, blah, blah. And then maybe add more features in the future. I know I still need to add, so I have like 2 more things to add. One of which is a How to Play Go section, not just the How to Play Go video, but a How to Play Go section. And another one is an achievement system of some sort. It doesn't have to look like an achievement. So like this challenge mode was called something else. How does challenge mode work? Ooh, good question. So let's go to challenge. Okay, so this is our first instance of kind of PvP. This is basically a list of problems that gets generated. So right now there is a daily list generated. I'm currently like debugging it to make sure it works properly. So we'll see how this goes in the next few days. But you can also create your own challenges and share these with friends. So I created a challenge called Hard Problems and then shared this with a few people, and you can see they're hard problems. So if I create a challenge, let's say I create a challenge, you won't get to set golden jumps. That's because I'm an admin. I can set it to be public, which means it'll show up on the left. Private means you have to have the link. So you can share it with only your friends or whatever, or you can make it public so anyone can find it. So I'm going to go ahead and make this private so people will do the daily, because I found that last time I did it, they just did that one and didn't do the daily. Okay, so let's do level 4 challenge. And we can start this nowish. And let's put it for 1 hour. Somewhere over here. And we can do 10 problems at level 4. So create the challenge. Now you do have to be a premium to create your challenges, but you can go into anyone's challenge. But you do have to be premium to create your own. So it generates the problems for us. And in here, if I wanted to customize it, let's make the first one level 0 and then refresh it. And now it's level 0. So let's submit. Now I have my challenge that I can share with you guys or with my friends or whatever. And now we have our own little leaderboard. I do have to refresh. This is a bug. I can't figure out why it's happening. But you have to refresh to get the start button. Okay, and now we have the thing. Now is that a level 0? If it is, it's not right. This isn't version test, right? Okay. And you just have a set of problems, and you and your friends will do the exact same sets. That's bugged. And this is why we go through the problems and test everything. I believe it's here. Yeah. Here. And Seki. And the cool thing about challenges is you can share them and you don't even have to have an account to do them. You can just share them with people and they can do it without an account. So here, right? Yeah. Hello, YouTube Cthulhu. Okay, this one I believe is right here. And then this one is another Seki, I believe. One more. This one is a Squeeze Tsuji. Yeah. All right, see how I did. And now if other people join, we can compare results. Nope, I am not Paragirl. That is an accident. My bad. My bad. Anyway, that is what challenge is. So if you have any questions, have an answer. But also waiting for another game if someone wants a game review. We are waiting on another game. I need to put a an auto switcher on here that when the image is sumegodragon.com, it pops up a different source, and then when it's not, it hides it. That way I don't forget.
Review started.
Depressing. You are white? Okay. Okay, AI, go away. Go ahead and protect with this Tiger's Maul. Fix your cutting point. And also it gets you Ice Base. 20 points. Like, what level? 20 points isn't all that much. So if we're talking like single digit Q, I would say below 30 points is pretty close. Oh, Windon versus Fordon. It's a little bit different, but still 20 points isn't unlosable. But it is an advantage, yes. It's definitely a more comfortable advantage. Ooh, European ranks. Just keep making it worse. Here you want to go high because you have support on both sides, so you want to develop, not settle. So third line for safety, fourth line for development. Very good. Make a base. Doing great. Very good. All right, so now your opponent is invaded. You've already taken their base. So this is going to be an attack, but we do need to be careful of our own base. So it might be worth just fixing, and then that way when they run away, you can cap.
Itzel_ is now following.
Thank you for the follow. It's Al _____. Or underscore. Yeah, so you wanna settle and then surround. That's the attacking. Settle and surround. So this is also pretty good. I'm just a little bit nervous about this, but so far it's pretty good. The follow-up to this one is going to be a Hane. And technically it's a double Hane. Because if they try to go out, you can cut them. And so they have to fix, and you can keep surrounding them and then capture the cutting stone. A little bit tricky though, so take some practice. This one is a little bit left field, literally. We're in the middle of a fight. Surround the opponent until they're alive, or they escape. Touch Nobi. Nobi up usually. In this case, you can Nobi down for the ice base, but touch Nobi. This leads to very interesting mistakes. This has 3 liberties, this has 3 liberties, and you're playing a 1-point jump. 3 liberties means we want to fix. Here or here. The reason this one's okay is because this is a ladder. Or here. Point is, fix your cat. Fix your cat. If I go here, you can lose your eye space while they gain ed space. Pushing from behind is typically bad. You want to surround as soon as you can. Caps are usually the moves for that. So this is a common mistake. You're trying to shut the door on this framework, which means you're trying to cash out on this framework. But this is too small. You still have all of that left to do. You don't want just one center quadrant. That's too small. That's smaller in an endgame. So if you want to cash, you would need a stone like down here. Like here or something. Okay. But typically, why we build up, and this one's not the greatest of examples, but typically while we're building up, we're building a framework because we want to invite our opponent in and then shut the door and surround them. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to surround something. Because while we're surrounding / attacking, we're going to profit points in Sente. Was the invasion a success? Yeah, I mean, it didn't die. It got out. It prevented the entire bottom side from becoming territory. If Black doesn't do this, let's say Black does this, and I keep building, and I get one more move, that's really difficult to handle. So you get a weak group to prevent, which is fine. I think Black did okay here. It's a little bit, it could be a little bit more efficient, but overall we stopped the giant framework. And now this is only one center instead of two center quadrants. And one center quadrant's a little bit small. So in my mind, I wouldn't want to cash out like this. I wouldn't want to attack something more or keep attacking this. You want to surround the weak group. Yeah. Ideally, you get this in Sente, not Gote. You want to get this while attacking like these 3 stones or something, but they're alive, so you're not attacking. But ideally, that's what you want it to look like, is I'm cashing this while you have to defend yourself. Careful. Black's getting influence, which can cancel this out. Or he could attack himself, whatever. Aye. Turn left. Surround the weak group. You are trying to fish with a net, and you keep pushing instead of opening and flapping and surrounding. I don't know if you ever tried to fish with a net before. I haven't. But, you know, you don't toss it straight. You have to toss it open. You have to surround. Sure, that makes complete sense in reality. This okay. Nobody's getting anything now. That's a little bit unfortunate. Knight's moves are careful. I think the only thing to do is attack this stone right here. Slash and big. Yeah. Okay. We are out of frameworks. But we are not out of weak groups. This is still weak. This is too small. If you're alive, you're getting 2 points. Remember, when you shut the door on a framework, it needs to be bigger than this. One center quadrant. It needs to be bigger than this square. That is the only thing worth sealing in Gote. The exception, if you're not alive, defense first. Careful, this has a double peep. You go this way. A lot of Aji right here. Tricky. Yeah, just be careful about that. Uh-oh. Okay, I would maybe replay this on your own, try to get an idea of how this works. Do that, that, and that. Just play it out a few times, just get an idea of how it works, get comfortable with it. And if this is cuttable, so you need to know this in advance. If it's cuttable, you can go diagonal or shoulder hit here instead. Be very cautious about this double peep shape. You have to read the cutting points. This is not good. You are surrounded. Speaking of surrounding things, you need your friends. You are a depressed banana. You need moral support from your friends. It's here, but this is still freaking... No, it's not. It's not cuttable. It's not cuttable. I'm right. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Connect. Totally. That's how you do it. We need to connect. There we go. Oof. Close one. Almost died. Okay, this is small. Everyone's alive. So either cut this group, threaten to cut the group, or start endgame. Bum 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 bum. First and second line Sente. First and second line Sente. First and second line Sente. And then we get all the points. You will have to learn that these center moves are small if it's not a weak group. Also need to work on these peeped 1-point jumps. I think you're struggling with the 1-point jumps a little bit. When they're peeped, they are very vulnerable. So you're attacking now? I'm confused. You gave her the 2 stones, so I'm assuming you have a plan, so you've thought of something. Oh. Cannot survive here. Nice. I don't know what accent that was, but it was nice. Close. You actually don't need this one. If you go here, here, and here, this is a ladder. Ladders and nets. That's what you have. Those are the shapes you have to master at double digit Q. Ladders and nets do hundreds of those problems. Oh, you don't need it. You don't need it. It's already done. I don't know what to do next, but black can't go here. It's Avatar. So you actually don't have to finish it. Very nice. Good job. Yeah, nets are so important. All right, so each of these moves have gotten 2 points, right? So, but let's imagine this. Now I've gotten 1 point right here, and I prevented 2 of black's points, so that's already 3. Versus if black plays it, black gets a point, and I lose 2 of my points. Now we're at 6, and it's double Sente. Well, maybe it's, I don't know. Whatever. Math is hard. This one's not good because the first line in Sente is better. And if you push, now you've lost the liberty and can't do it. That liberty is important. Okay, your opponent resigned. But I think you're the one with... No, you're not. You're not. It's the freaking ladder. Oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's I versus no I. So you win. So 1, 2, 3 is the answer, it looks like. Alright, and here is just the ladder. And if I go here, it doesn't change anything. Nice. Okay, so I think... I think you're doing good. Just improve efficiency of the profit. You can see there's a lot of moves in the center that get very little points. So just be cautious about making a lot of center moves when there's not a framework. There needs to be a framework. I like that you attacked this. That was a good catch. End game. Hopefully I've given you some hints to try to improve it, maybe 5 points. And really master these cutting points. Very essential. Very, very essential. And with that, hopefully found it helpful. H19. H19. Yeah. Even that. Yeah. You know, lots of little things. Keep practicing. I think one of the big things with a lot of these moves is experience. Yeah, 64 games. Gotta pump those numbers. So let's see. If we play, what, 5 minutes main time, 10 minutes main time? How many could we get? Yeah, don't worry about... My bad. It was all caps, okay? It drew my attention. I'm sorry. Bigger letters, my eyeballs, you know how it is. 26 games. Nice, good win streak. But yeah, I would try to make milestones like play 50 games, and then work on some stuff, and then get some stuff to work on, do another 50 games working on that stuff, and keep reviewing throughout, making sure you're not getting off track, make sure your shapes are good. But you got to realize, I don't know if it's you specifically, but many players don't realize that if they're only playing like 2 games a week and they need hundreds of games to get to the higher ranks, it's going to take them a very long time. So I think it's 1 to 2,000 games to Wondon. I think it's like 2,000 games to Wondon. And that's if you're efficient. So if we do 2 games a week, we need 1,000 weeks. We're divided that by 52. 19 years. Is that right? Did I do that right? I feel like I did that wrong. No, wait. Humans live around 4,000 weeks. I did that wrong because I'm already dividing it the week. So it's 1,000 weeks. That was right? I don't know. I feel like something's wrong. Regardless, my point is, if we make milestones of 50 games, it makes it a lot easier to get to those high numbers. But if we try to say I need 2,000 games, it's going to be like very depressing, right? It's going to be a freaking long time away. So I usually, you can even have it like 25 games. Let's work on only defense for 25 games. All right, now let's work on offense for 25 games. This for 25 games, right? You'll naturally get to those higher numbers. And you need to be like something to work on besides just winning. If you're only focused on winning, those games are going to be incredibly depressing. You're supposed to lose 19.2 years. You're supposed to lose more than half the time. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I would say if you wanna try to work on something and then you review, try to have one idea in the opening, maybe 2 ideas in the middle game, and 1 idea in the end game. And then review. Did you do that idea? What was the lose condition? Move on. Yeah. That is fine. If you're having fun doing that, that is perfectly fine. If you are, but you also need to, like, there's pros and cons to it. You enjoy the game more, but you also don't improve as quickly. So you just gotta keep that in mind. It's a balance. If you want to improve efficiently, then it's a balance between being efficient but also not making yourself miserable. Yeah, it's addicting when you get those fast ranks. That's why I think double digit Q is a lot more fun. Double digit Q, you just like get to improve immediately. You have instant results. Those first 20 ranks, man. That's when the game's the most fun. The stronger you get, the more work it becomes. Also, probably something that should be a little bit motivational. If you're 9Q, if you are single digit Q, you are better than half of the Go players on OGS. The average on OGS is 9Q. You're better than half the community. 9Q strong. And if you're keeping your eye on Wondon, just know, possible, but Wondon is the top 1%. So you have to put in the effort that the top 1% put in to get to Wondon. Now, I think getting single digit Q is a really large milestone that a lot of people ignore because Wondon looks so shiny. Because it's a whole new letter. It's a capital. It has a capital D. That's probably true, but I would not make that your goal. Getting to pro is insane. I really think Go needs to be fun to play. Like Go problems, right? Very essential, very important. But of course I'm biased because I'm doing it. But I really like this idea of like gamifying it to make it fun to just do them. You improve naturally and you do them naturally if you're like doing other things as well. Yeah, pro is ridiculous. I think 0.01% is usually pro and other stuff. But 0.001% is probably a pro and Go. Now, what she's talking about is a little bit biased just due to the amount of people in Asia that learn Go, but I'm talking about like players that actually play Go on a regular basis, not just someone who learned it in school and never picked it up again. Like if you talked about the amount of people that play chess. Oh, I have no idea, Paragirl. Not in America, we haven't. We definitely have it in America. But if you talk just the amount of people that play chess, the amount of people that just don't play, that technically know how to play, if you include those numbers, it's insane. I don't actually know. That might be true.
You know, it was serious not only because getting to the professional level is hard, but also the competition is tough. If I told you that this was the chance that you would succeed at something you should try.
Hold on, can you hear it okay?
So this number is very low, but association estimate that there are about 8 million Go players in the country, and about 30% of them are under 18. So we can assume that there are over 2 million youth players in Korea. And KBA selects 15 new professional players each year.
Yeah, this number
And
is
then
boosted though.
It's not an absolute number. It changes each year to reflect the number of Go players, but they never like increase widely. When I became pro in 2004, they were selecting 9 pros a year. So in some years they select a few more, but usually it's about that level. And then it's not like when you get to the professional level, you will become a pro, but more like they would organize pro qualification tournament. And then up front, they would say, we are going to select 2 pros. And then it's open to anyone who wants to compete. So like 100 players would enter the qualification, and then the top 2 players would become professional players. So that's why even if you get to the professional level, you might not become professional player ever, because some players can get really nervous because it's such an important tournament. And then
Yeah, so this is taking into account that everyone that knows how to play Go. I think you can't really count that. It's not really real. If we're talking about people who play more than like, they have to play at least multiple times a year, like to actually play the game. Not just I know how to play. I stopped it when I was a kid though, because we stopped doing it at school or whatever. Like you have to actually be playing the game. Then I think this would be a little bit more around this area. So I think we could probably move this 1 decimal over. Dude, yeah, my freaking taxi driver was a 2Q. Okay, like, a lot of people know in Korea how to play Go. It was ridiculous. Everyone starts 18Q in Korea just because everyone like learned all the stuff already. It's like no one in Korea really starts with how to capture a stone. I keep having to correct like some Asian people on Facebook. They're like, beginner level problem, throw into Suji. And I'm like, that's not what beginner means. Beginner level problem is capture this stone. Oh man. So yeah, if we get to further and she goes like 0.3 or whatever, I'm gonna say it's maybe 0.003. So what would that be? 1 in or 3 in is that 3 in 10,000? Is that correct or no? Oh yeah, that one. Did you see it? Did you see what it was? That was insane. It's like, this is not what a beginner is. So speaking of a beginner, if you want to stop being a beginner, I can help you with lessons. If you're interested in lessons, please check it out. I do teach Go for a living, and it's a big help. I've tried showing a few people like my app, just the first Go problem, just to see how they would how a non-Go player would react. And I just showed them the first problem where you just capture the stone. It's 3 black and 1 white, you just capture the stone. The amount of people, and this is probably because like we're in the West, but the amount of people that tried to slide the stones, and I'm like, dang it, how can I make this more obvious? And I'm like, just tap, and then they tap the stones. I'm like, fudge! They want the stones to do something. Because of the Western style.
30_sec_30 is
Thank
now
you
following.
for the follow. What was that? Sesk? Alright, it is open review, so if someone else would also like a game review, go ahead and post your link. Cthulhu. Come on. You got enough points? What? Okay. First rule of the game: learn how to score the game. If you want to get out of the double-digit Q ranks, you gotta learn how to score the game. It's a very important skill. Oh man, you were tilted and mad. You were up 100 points. Man, stay tilted. Good grief.
Review stop.
Holy crap, if that's you tilted. Da-da-da-dum. Go ahead and go here when you want to fix this. This you want to make a ladder so it fixes the cutting point while also getting some good eye space. If you go here, then technically your cutting point is okay, but now there's a squeeze right here and also some squeezeology right here. So just keep that in mind. With that shape, you just want this cutting point to be a ladder. Oh. It is not a ladder. Red flag. Red flag. Uh-oh. Cutting point go problems. Knight's moves, huh? How many of my streams have you watched? Let's see. Just make it base. Simple. Or 16Q. This will get us the single digit Q. Fix the cut. Push and then fix the cut. But fix the cut. You are underestimating these cutting points. Oh, it does, but they get a ladder breaker. That's the annoying part. You didn't need a ladder breaker. You could just fix it. But your stone is here, so now you have a ladder instead of a not ladder. Here, Atari, push, capture. So this is going to be cut go problems and squeeze go problems. Remember, a peeped 1 point jump, you need to double check the cuts. This is a weak shape. Speaking of weak shapes, just connect. Just connect. I know you're seeing this at higher level games probably, but that's not the point of this move. Just fix your cut. Fix your cut. Don't worry about this crap. I mean, Cthulhu's on the leaderboard, so they're doing plenty. Very good. Very good. Getting the big moves. Nice. Attack the stone. Cap. Caparoo. Okay, now cap. Okay, I guess now you're getting profit. It's 2 centers, so okay. I would like to surround, but this is pretty okay. Wait, no, you were on the bottom. You gotta pick one. You try to get both, you're gonna get none. I was trying to say neither and none at the same time, and it came out like a nun, you know, go to church. And you got that, and then you can go seal the top. Actually, no, cutting points are important. Cutting points are important. Here you can actually knight's move to get ahead, because this knight is not cuttable. Ah! Peeped 1 point jump. Peeped 1 point jump. Remember our weak shapes. So you're trying a little too hard to take the base. You've spent 3 moves taking the base. Usually only spend 1. 1 move, take the base, then surround. If you spend 3 moves to take the base, then you're wasting too many moves. The connections are better than Nobis from Hanes. Very good profit. Very good Tanuki timing. All right. Let's see what we do. All right, who can tell me what's the first thing you think about here? Think about that. I need to get a water real quick. 1 sec. Uh-huh. All good thoughts, all good thoughts. Nice. KFP. You're correct, but that's also a very dangerous mindset. So this is a very common thing that leads to tilt. Something should or should not is a very dangerous statement. Should be dead. If you're AI, sure. But if you're not AI, yeah, if you're not AI and you have this should die and then it doesn't because maybe you missed a shape or a skill that you just didn't have and you need to review and learn it, then that's where you start getting tilted because you're not able to produce what you think is the correct result. Go is not a game of perfection. This is a game of being better than the other person. So I have seen statements like that lead to tilt in the past. So just keep that in mind. But you are correct. This stone can die. So I liked a lot of people's ideas. Take the base, attack from the second line. I think this one's my least favorite because it's an armpit hit. So this one is on the 4th line. So I think take the base is okay. But yeah, second line's not that bad either. The reason it's usually the 3rd line and you attack it from the 2nd line, they're in the 4th line, which is a very odd spot to invade. But no one mentioned the second thing to keep an eye out for. Everyone's talking about taking the base, push it towards the wall. Very good, very correct. But there's one thing you need to always be watching in these cases, and that is make sure the cutting points do not activate when you're going for the kill. Exactly, Aji. Watch your cutting points while you're killing. So all of you are pretty much correct. Just keep an eye on these while you're doing it. If you lose track of these and you're going for the moves, then you'll miss when these activate and it'll blow up in your face. And you'll get tilted. You'll go on Facebook and start getting into politics and ranting, and it's bad for your life, okay? Don't miss these cutting points. Bad for your life, bad for your health. Very good, attacking it from the second line. So this one, go down because this is still okay. If it goes up, you connect. Realistic. If you can read it, you can. All you're doing is saying you're giving black 2 moves to live instead of 1 move. And if you can read it and you're very confident, by all means. It just depends on you. So there's a delicate scale of risk and reward. Trusting your reading enough to Tanuki, very important. Okay? So if you say it's dead and you know it's dead, then Tanuki. But if you die, or if it lives and you're wrong, then maybe adjust your judgment. Adjust the judgment. So it all depends on you. This one, I don't think I would Tanuki. I think there's too much Aji right here. And right here. So the amount of variations I would have to read would be more than I could do in the low time settings that this game likely has. 20 minutes. Well, either way, this would take me probably 10 minutes to be confident that it was dead. I would never assume. Always read. I would probably spend a good 10 minutes probably here, maybe 15. Especially if there's something urgent to Tanuki to. Oh my gosh, I would spend so much time. But if I only have like 5 minutes. Here. And then they make the base and I go here. They make the base here, I go here. They go here, I go here. This is the only thing that can happen as long as he doesn't make 2 eyes. I think at this point you need to be able to kill. You're single digit Q, right, Emirates? So you got to AQ. Are you 7Q? I'm not sure. I know you got to AQ. I think you're going to have the confidence to kill it, though. This is too much. Yeah, at single digit Q, you have to kill this. Double digit Q, you can let it live small, and you'll still have plenty. Single digit Q, though, we gotta have the life and death to kill it. Okay, I think this one's okay. You're watching your cutting points, which is very good habit. But this one technically is okay. It's actually a little bit riskier, honestly. Still okay, though. Good. Watch cutting points. I think this one's actually better because we're threatening the edge, and the edge is worth more than the center. But yeah, same stuff. Same difference. Doesn't matter. Uh-oh. This stone makes a difference. When there's a stone on the first line, it makes a difference. Now, on this particular board, it doesn't. But just keep in mind. No, it's not too far. This is the correct distance for a monkey jump. But the first line move is not usually there. It's usually this. So just keep an eye on that first line move. So if I go here and then here, then you're cut off. However, on this board, there's already a cutting point here, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, just keep an eye on that in the future. Oh, the monkey is loose. The monkey is loose. You can jump here. The monkey is loose. Oh, the damage. Oh, the damage. The monkey is so horrible when it gets loose. It does so much damage. Okay, at this point, shut the door and you win. Do you know, apparently I had a nightmare of an empty triangle once. So I teach Go so much, right? I get these phrases. Many years ago, one of the, like I say, nights moves are cuttable, but it kind of like flip-flops sometimes. And I used to say empty triangle is bad shape. And I said that like a lot of times, right, when I teach. Apparently, and I talk in my sleep. So my brother had gotten home from work, and we were staying in this hotel at the time. We were like between houses. And I was staying up until like 2 a.m. playing his PS3, and it was Demon Souls. It was great. I loved that game. And he got home really late from work, so I was usually asleep when he got in. And he walked in, and I was apparently talking in my sleep. And I said, "No, empty triangles are cuttable." You thought it was the funniest thing that I was having nightmares about empty triangles. So you guys, you gotta be careful about what games you send me. You gotta play better. You give me nightmare fuel. You don't need any of this. You're alive. If cut Atari there. Here. Take. So this one, you need to have more confidence in your reading. So this is why we do the Go problems. All those Go problems, you apply here. You do not want to waste the move if you don't have to. Okay, so make sure that you push yourself. Don't get relaxed into just fixing everything, because then you won't improve. Good. I see a lot of good habits. I think probably just have a little bit more confidence in your play. Just do this every game. That's what you need to do. Do this and get a single digit. Oh, actually didn't notice this. There's a Tsuji. This is one of the Go problems. Who knows how to solve it? You have a nightmare fuel. Doot. All right, we'll have that up next. There's a cutting Tsuji here. Yep, black to play. This is one of our cut Go problems on some Mega Dragon. Okay, gotta say more than one move. Go problems are more than one move long. Ooh, nice. I've never heard it that way, but yeah. Yeah. Cut Tsuji. Knight into a knight. Remember a cutting shape into a cutting shape? How there's a lot of Aji? This is something that comes of that because of it. Not really important for points, but really, really important for connections. Very important for connections. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, and hopefully you found the review helpful. Man, what is with these 100-point victories? Holy crap. We're at 4Q. How did this happen at 4Q? Why is white 9Q? Hold on. Why is the 9Q the white? That's not fair. I have many questions about this game. Oh, this is correspondence. I don't care about correspondence. Correspondence games aren't real. And by that I mean they're for fun. They're not really... Yeah, but if it's not live, it doesn't really matter. You can't really improve from correspondence games. Like, I can look at it, but it's not really good. Correspondence you don't really study. Because you could literally have one idea and then 2 days later have a different idea. And then your ideas aren't consistent. And that's the mistake. Well, that's difficult. All right, where's the break-in? Where's the break-in? Ah. Well, you block. There's a reason it's Sente. Correspondence is, like, fine. It's actually really good for a lot of people that don't have time. But it is not something to be used to improve. It is a for fun thing to enjoy the game. It will not help you improve, in my opinion. Okay, so after they're in, you are correct that you have to get one space away. If you constantly hit it on the shoulder, it's never gonna stop. No, this one leads to a ko. When there's a ko, back off one and then block. Okay, so one space away. When there's a ko, back off one. That way this is an Atari now. You could have just connected here. Oops. Cut go problems. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not going well. This is not going well. Ugh. It hurts to learn, but learning is important. The learn hurts, but the learn must be hurting. The monkeys. This one wasn't even a monkey. It was just we didn't know how to stop the first line, which is kind of the monkey stuff too, though. It's the very same shapes. Yep. Get one space ahead. Dude, I did too. I hate this freaking crap. I played a 1Q and I was like 14Q. He'd freaking do this all the freaking time. It was aggravating, man. I could not stop him getting into my stuff. But I ended up learning it because, you know, you lose to it enough. It's something you start paying attention to and learn the responses to. This is what we call learning pains. Yeah, so one space away, and then prevent the ko by backing off one. So those two things. Also, don't ignore this first line Hane. It is very Sente. Very Sente. If it was like this, you'd be fine. Because now you can block. Very important lesson to learn. Okay, what happened on top? There's a mistake up here. Oh. You don't leave it 3, you leave it 4. That is why that bad thing happened. That is a knight's move into a jump and side jump. This is a double peep and a cuttable shape. There's 3 cutting points to keep track of. Technically, yeah, 3. 3 cutting points. That's a lot of cutting points. Play diagonal. You already have a cuttable shape. I mean, if whites is bigger, build whites. It's fine. This is just confident in your position. So this one is going to be third line cutting points. Oh, that would be cutting points and capture races, probably. I know it's got to be cutting points of some level. I think it's start from level 2 or 3. Yeah, this crap. Push it to the edge. That one's a Tsuji. Trap stuff on the edge. Yeah. The problem is some stuff has to be multiple categories because sometimes the capture idea uses capture race ideas and capture race ideas uses the other ideas. So I try to like give a little bit of both to get so you understand the concepts. They're from various places, and then I've also made several of the beginner problems myself. There's a lot from 101 Wei Chi. I also have a folder of like 20,000 problems from various sets that out there. I know a lot of the Life and Death is the Cho Chi Kun, but there's a lot of others too. Some of the higher level ones are some Go Sagan puzzles. I have a folder with a lot of different sets, and I have to go through like one by one to make sure they're marked correctly. They have branches. Well, they're branches I do after they're uploaded because it'll be easier. But I have to make sure they're marked correctly to have an answer. I have to make sure that it's not white to play. So I can't just mass upload stuff. That would make my life so much easier. But no, I want it done right, so it teaches the concept how I want it. Sure. That's technically what I'm trying to set up, but what are you after specifically? Technically what I'm trying to set up is the categories, right? That's the whole reason I'm doing this, is to organize everything. Because I thought this would be the best way to learn them. But what are you looking for specifically? Like which type of set? Where's my... Is it documents? Mega collection. Famous collections. Losing my voice. Very good. That's... I understand what you're trying to say. But... let's understand what shapes are. Okay, so let me reword this in something different. I want you to teach me the common walking. Does that make sense? Shape is a way of moving in Go. Okay, so there's a difference between running, there's a difference between walking, there's a difference between crawling. So it's a different way of moving, right? So when we say common shapes, we're talking like different ways of moving in common scenarios. So what I usually split it up by is opening, and then defense, offense, reductions, invasions, and in-game. Okay, so each thing has its own shapes. So when we're running, when we're playing defense, we want to stay connected. We want to play shapes that are connected. That's usually one space jumps. Dog space, horse space. Exactly. So we're moving without getting cut. Knight's moves and Hane's are usually good for surrounding, but they have a cutting point. So they're good for offense, not so much for defense. But if you understand that the cutting point is the problem, you can play a Knight's move for defense when it's not cuttable because you read the ladder or the net or the common shapes that come from cutting points. Yeah. I built this modeled after 101 Wei Qi because I really liked it, but it was in Chinese and I wanted something in English. I agree with you. I really liked it. So I don't know what your level is, but what I've done for beginners is I've sorted these into the essential beginner shapes. Now, I don't know if I can do that for single digit Q. It's a little bit more difficult for single digit Q. But for beginners, you have master captures, nets, ladders, connecting, cutting, making eyes, and endgame. These are what you need to be able to survive as a beginner. Basically, this is mastering beginner fighting. All right, and these are all super simple. I've said this before in various places. I'm not sure where exactly, but single digit Q, you want to know nets. This is very common stuff missed is higher level nets, ladders, and squeeze to Sujis. I think those are very common mistakes. So I would, at single digit Q, and there's not enough problems on here, unfortunately, because I'm still working on it. But at single digit Q, I would master cutting points. So nets, capturing the cutting stone. Ladder, capture the cutting stone. Capture aces can be cutting stones as well, depending. Connecting cutting points. Cutting cutting points. Squeezing cutting points. Crane's Nest, you should just know. All of that about cutting points is what I would master. And then, of course, you need some basic life and death. Right? And then that's where I would start with, and then you would do a lot more specific from yourself. You review your own game and say, what did I miss? And sometimes the AI will help with this. It'll show you like some shape that you missed. You want to identify what shape that you're missing, which is a blind spot, and go drill that. Do like 100 of them, right? So this is 101 Wei Qi too. If you want to do it on 101 Wei Qi, do it there. There's a ton of them. We also have a spreadsheet for it, for 101 Wei Qi. Figure out what it is that you're missing and do 100 of those. If you mess up a net, do 100 net problems. You misread a ladder, do 100 ladder problems. You miss something that you might think is simple, but it's past move 70 where your brain gets tired and the quality drops. So you want to master that so it doesn't even take that much brain power to remember it. So maybe you miss the double Atari and move 120. Go drill a double Atari. I'm not sure what you mean. Let me pull up. Yeah, so deep reading is do problems that take you several minutes. Shape recognition, do problems that you can solve in 30 seconds and do hundreds of them. So it's how you do the problems. So as a Dawn player, if I want to master fighting, I want to do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of single digit Q problems so I can see them 5-10 moves before they happen. So single digit Q, you want to master every double digit Q shape. You don't miss a single net. You don't miss a single double Atari. All of that. You want to master it. You never want to miss it. Every single time. Then do hundreds of them. And you do problems every single day. Like, the whole point is to make it easy and fun to do like 100 problems plus a day. So it becomes very easy and natural to do it. But probably maybe you're thinking of deep reading problems or something. Usually the problems try to teach you a concept. Oh, here's a shape category. That might be what you're looking for. Oh, this is squeeze. I don't know. Here's a shape category. Yeah, I don't like the ranks. I think the ranks are not Accurate. You know, this might be something I should think about adding later, but I think there's a lot more essential stuff that I want. See, this is just net. Net versus ladder. Fixing shape. Yeah, I think this is what you were wanting. A lot of them counterintuitive. I would need examples so I could probably break it down. I think I've tried to say as much abstract as I can, but without examples, I don't know if I can go further into it. Okay. Now we have elevator music. Da 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 dun 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 dun. I do not have a shape category. I haven't actually looked into doing that. I really think these are more important though. I finally got some Under the Stones problems. Finding these finally. I had to dig for these. Oh boy. No freaking clue. I have no idea. Man, what is this? I don't know. Ah. Found it. Found it. Okay, stand up back. Oh, while we wait, shoutouts to my website. I am Seeking Students. If you would like to get lessons, you can do so there. And then we'll have one-on-one voice calls where we super analyze your games and give you homework. And I do teach Go for a living, so it really helps me out. Ooh, I have a making shape to Suji folder. Those are squeeze, counter hane, crosscut, driving, attach, under deadstones. Ooh, using deadstones, never mind. Those might be interesting. Maybe I do need a category. I have a folder for it. Okay, let's 101 and do my little trick. Error / there. Ha 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 ha. Okay. What can you tell me, like, what you are thinking about? What is going through your head? Ah, dang it. Awkward. Yeah, it's when a guy answers when the girl gave you her number at the bar and a guy answers. Awkward. You got the wrong number. Would this work as an example of what you are struggling with, or? Sure. I hope. I hope not. Hey, there it goes. Awesome. Doot 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 doot. All right. Ba-dum. Oh, this is trippy. Okay. There. That can't work. There. Dang, hold on. Da. Okay, so da. Is that the only way to do it? So is it a cow? Oh, that's how you feel. Okay. First, let's see if I'm right. Wait, no. Give me the answer. Oh, it's a shared question. Mother fudge, I want to know the answer. I want to know if I'm right. I want to know if I'm right. I think it's a go. Oh well. Okay, so you were saying that this is very specific, but you would also call nuts very specific, right? So let's go to okay, is this very specific? These three stones are not normal, right? But it teaches you how to surround. And as you get higher level, you start combining tactics. So here it's attack the bamboo. I guess this is only level 3. Do I have level 4s? So here would be loose ladder / capture race. So you just need to this is going to be third line cutting points / capture race, right? This is just level 4. So we go to this one. What are we looking at? Well, we need to know snapback. We need to know liberties, because that's a Self-Atari. We need to know the liberty here. If I connect, you need to be able to see one liberty. And then you also need to know the co-shape. Okay, so you're combining 2 different things. Then you also want to check other stuff, like, can this escape? Can I double Atari first? So you need to know what the eyes look like. You need to know what eye shapes live, what eye shapes don't. So it's kind of combining many tactics. Now, your issue is this specific position wouldn't happen in a game. Correct. These white stones would not be so literal. But how many positions you've been in where you're surrounded that you have to do life and death, even though you're surrounded, but it's an abstract surround? So this just makes it so you can focus only on the problem and not have to worry about reading all the other stuff in addition to the problem. So this is an exercise. So you can think of it like in basketball, you're always moving, right? You're always going to be having blockers. You're always going to be moving. But in practice, you can stand in certain positions and practice that same shot over and over and over. And then in practice, you also have certain drills, right? I don't play basketball, but I'm assuming like you have someone come at you from an angle and you spin and blah, blah, blah. Like the layup stuff, right? You do a certain type of shot over and over and over and over and over. And then you take it to the next level and you say, when these people are standing here, we'll do this type of shot. And if you get an opening that way, we'll do that type of shot. And then we'll have like a different pattern for different things using the shots that we've practiced, right? So at the higher level, it's kind of what it becomes. So where did that link to that game go? Bet you we can find some examples in the game. So this is a Knight's move. We have second line cut. Okay. We also have squeeze the Sujis. We have to fix. We have kind of net looking shapes. And then we need to read all of those at the same time. So it's not that you're learning one pattern, it's that you're mastering one pattern so you can combine it with the other patterns that you know. And in a real game, you have to combine them all at the same time. Yeah, that's the tricky part. So like this one, you need this is a shape. Double peep. We need to know it has 1, 2, 3, 4 cutting points, and we need to be able to read those. Right? So these are cutting shapes. So we start with one cutting point at 20Q, 2 cutting points as we get higher, and now we're at like freaking 4. And then with this shape, you might also learn the counter to get the double tiger's mouth. Right? But now we have a knight's move as well, so now we also have to read the knight's move. There, there, there. This is a capture race. There. And we now need to be able to read the capture race. And then we also need to know the connection to Suji to potentially gain more liberties. And then we need to know both of those. And then we got to say, is there a combination? Can I go here, 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 here? Awesome. So it's almost possible. Wait, you said S8? Oh, sorry. These flip-flopped. So I'm assuming you mean this one. Because S18 is technically this white stone right here. And it's already played. The... Okay, yeah, awesome. I thought so. I was like, man, I couldn't find anything else. It's artificial, yes, but it's only artificial so you can focus on the problem part. And I think you're overthinking a little bit. The artificial is to get rid of the distraction so you can focus on the puzzle. But all puzzles you could call artificial, I guess. And there are some puzzles that are taken from real life positions, like Gosekin. There's some Gosekin moves. Let me see if I can pull one up. Let me turn on display capture real quick. All right, where's that Gosagan crap? Gosagan evil move Smego. It'll load in its own time. It's only a DeskJF file. You know how heavy those things are. All right, so looks like white to play. And you can't block white. So I don't know whose review it was, but remember, you can't do this. This is unacceptable. Or sorry, you can't do this because it's unacceptable to not surround. But now, if you don't surround, then you get this Tsuji. So you can't not surround. So it sets up a position that you can't allow to happen. Evil. So I don't know if you saw that, but we just combined 3 different things. So first off, we need to know the 2 cutting points. So we need to know the elephant's eye shape. And we need to know that this block is supposed to be there. Then we also need to know pushing it to the edge and this wedge Tsuji. So we need to know the wedge Tsuji. So maybe your Go problem looks like this. And maybe to prevent worrying about the Ataris, maybe it'll add more stones to make it more obvious that you're focusing on this part. So it'll train you on just this Tsuji. And then as you get stronger, it'll add a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And in a real game, you're going to apply everything simultaneously. And so once you have all of that, then you come up with this that forces the Go problem. And so because the Go problem exists, you can't do it. So basically, you get strong enough that the Go problems don't happen because you don't let them happen because you see it in advance. It's really convoluted, but you add on layer and layer and layer and layer and layer. But without knowing the wedge Tsuji, no. My thinking is, I want to be able to solve a capture race problem 10 moves before it happens. So if I'm drilling like single digit Q problems, which I actually do right now, I have to go through all these and freaking fix them. But I really like the level 4 and level 5. Even though it's below my level, I get a lot of practice. So let's do capture race. And this is something I see people mess up a lot. And so I just drill this shape. So I'll know that this is the vital point, and I'll be able to solve it. And then just do this over and over and over. Hold on. And over and over and over. So I don't make the mistake. And this is Liberty gaining Tsuji. And I solve these quickly so I can see this particular shape 10 moves before it happens. Yeah, at 9Q to 7Q. Nice, that's a really good setup. This is a really good explanation of what Go problems are and how they just increase in difficulty, so that way you can see how they all come up. I like this. This is really nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah. 9Q to 7Q, your eyes are now strong enough to see Aji. And then they'll constantly try to activate the Aji immediately, and they'll get stuck at like 6Qs or 7Q and 8Q. They'll see the Aji, be like, yeah, cool stuff, boom! But it's like knowing how to make fire and knowing when to make fire. That is the difference. Aji is fire. You need to be very careful. But it used correctly, you can make fireworks and bombs. So yeah, whenever as you get stronger, it's like I know there's Aji here. I know there's a potential for a Tsuji, and then I know there's a Tsuji here. Can I counter the Tsuji? I can counter the Tsuji so I don't have to play, so I can go do something else. I know there's a problem. I solve the problem so I don't have to come deal with the current problem. So I see a problem, I counter the problem. Now I want to go somewhere else if I can. There's another layer to that. I see the problem, there is no counter. Can I do something else that fixes it from afar and then go do something else? Or there's a problem and this consequence happens, so can I do something to prevent the consequence in Sente so that way it's not a big deal if it happens? Common example of this, if I Tanuki this, they're going to surrounding in thickness. But if I attack them over here to make my own thickness to cancel out their thickness, then I can Tanuki this and go get the big moves. That way when they attack, the thickness cancels out the thickness. Things that have actually, I've actually done, I've seen pros do like on way higher level. I saw there was a pro game that I think, if I remember correctly, I reviewed with it was a 9-dan female pro, Cho Gaeon. It was like the #1 pro in Korea for a while. A #1 female pro in Korea. Yeah, that's exactly. And we were analyzing the game that was being played at Go Congress. And there was this whole top side of the board, this giant open area. And we spent like 20-30 minutes and she was showing me all the life and death problems in there. And we're like, all right, so in conclusion, there is no way to live up there. So that is why he's trying to make points in the center. And I'm like, he read all that? Of course he read all that. He solved all those life and death problems and knows that there's nothing to worry about up there, so he can go make points in the center. I think that game was also my first instance of make a wall in Sente to counter the wall that's going to happen from the next variation. That was also my first exposure to that idea. Like, I want to make this wall in Sente right here so I can go invade on top, take their territory, and my wall's canceling out the wall they're going to get in exchange. So you add on layer after layer after layer after layer and bring it all together. And then it just relies on your creativity. But you have to know all the fundamental stuff. You have to know nets, ladder, all that. You can't miss a cutting point. You can't if you want to fight at the higher levels and stuff. If you can't see a cutting point, you can't make all these abstract plans because it'll just fall apart. If you can't block a center, then it doesn't matter how effectively you make that center. So yeah, layer after layer after layer. So Go problems are just to help you master one concept at a time. And then in the game, you use multiple concepts, you review and how to make the concepts work together. And then AI is like, no, I'm going to do 100 different concepts at one time. There's this ladder 50 moves down the road. Dude, I've tried to go down some AI routes. Oh my gosh. It's so convoluted. Here, I'll show you just one easy example. Okay. Many years, we played this Joseki. Okay. This Joseki was played like freaking decade-old Joseki. Everyone knew this Joseki. Everyone knew this Joseki. AI is like, no. This Tiger's Mouth is too good for black. Don't do that, and now it's not the bad Joseki. And the AI is also like, because this isn't a bad Joseki, black doesn't want to do it because now there's peeps and stuff. So now we would rather have the peep higher. It's a Dark and Tanuki. Now it's a little bit easier for me to Tanuki. And I'm doing this because I know the Tiger's Mouth doesn't work because White's not going to give it to me anymore. And White's like, oh, but I can slide right here. Now you don't have as much and I can still pincer you. And maybe you're like, oh, okay, then instead of that, I will force you to go into this pattern that I want you in. Okay, and then you're like, oh, but I don't want to do that. I'll go here and try to revert it to this pattern where I have the Peapogy. They're like, well, I don't want to do that, so I'll go here and force you to be trapped in the corner. Well, I don't want to do that, so I'll go here and go into the flying knife, so that way you can't do that. Okay, just the 3-3 Joseki. Now imagine the middle game. Now imagine the middle game for all of that. That is what the AI is doing. That is why the AI stuff exists. that is how that works. That is how that works. That is Go problems at like high levels. You're just like this Go problem, and then that Go problem, and then counter that one, 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 and now I can do that one because I'm countering that one. Go problems. I got that reference. That was funny. I like it. That was a good movie. I'm assuming you're talking about Princess Bride, right? What is it? The What was this stupid? Cilician? Was it Cilician? Sicilian? Ah, forget. That's actually something Dawn players kind of do to key players in handicap games. We're like, there are 2 ways for you to live, and I've already counted the profits of both. And the queue is like, oh, phew, I found a way to live. It's literally what we do in handicap games. We'll be like, oh, here, you could go live, and I'll take the profit, or I'll cancel out your profit and go get Sente. And everyone, the student is like, oh, sweet, I lived. That's what I was trying to do this whole time. Now I've lived. Now I'm not gonna die. I think the lower single digit queues is actually where you're learning that, is to you're like, you're threatening to do something else. So while they're living, you're getting something else. You're not even trying to kill. But if they mess up, then you're going to kill them, right? That's how you punish. But I think you learn that at lower single digit queues. All right, so probably wrap it up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream and found it educational. If you would like more one-on-one practice, check out my website. I do offer lessons. You can get 1 lesson or 6 months or 12 months, all on packages with greater discounts. There's also a Christmas discount going on. You can see it on the screen now. You get an additional 20% off in addition to the % off from the bundle. I do teach Go for a living, so it would be mutually beneficial. Yeah, what happens. Yeah, so the first thing I teach with attacking is take the base and cap it. Take the base and cap it. We'll worry about profit after you can do that consistently. But if you don't even know where the weak group is, we're not going to talk about profit. That's how my teaching steps work. Man, Bats is still streaming? Holy crap.
There might be a way to kill it all. I care enough to look at it in the AI.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys next time.